live? Are we live, Facebook land? Are we live right now?
We're live.
Welcome to Kirks Grocery. We're having another Kirks Grocery live stream. This is the summer group show at Kirks. For those of you in and around Billings, you may have been here at the gallery and you may know that there isn't just work up front, but it threads all the way back. Right now we're in the room we call the way back gallery. Sometimes we call it the outside of the bathroom gallery.
Bedroom.
Or the bedroom gallery.
Bedroom gallery.
The bedroom gallery. We're going to give everybody a few minutes to
Well, you got a couple watchers.
tune into this live stream before we officially get going, but while we're waiting to get going, I thought I would just indulge in Sandy Devarskis's teapot.
Hey Nathan, what's up? Thanks for coming.
Yeah. Hello, Nathan.
We'll be talking about Nathan's work later in the program, people.
Yes. We're featuring Nathan's work, Matthew O'Brien, Sunnystone Blue, Lexxi Castro, Casey Heavy Runner, new artist at Kirks. Who else will we have? We'll have Sara Wright, Becca, DeMeyer, and proprietor Shane. Am I missing any names, or will we discover them together?
We'll discover them together.
We will discover them.
Sandy Devarskis says hi. Hey.
Hi, Sandy. Showing off your beautiful ceramic teapot today. Just to get everything in motion. So my cameraman, he'll let me know when he feels like we're ready to start moving around.
We got 5 people. We got Sandy and Nathan interacting. That's great. We always love it when the people say, "What up?"
Yeah, we do love it when the people say, "What up?"
Now we got 7 people. We can probably start
7
up.
people. All right, we will carefully place this teapot down.
Whoa.
That's right. And then let's just start right up here. Matthew O'Brien. Some of you may know Matthew O'Brien as a poet. You may know him as an artist, and you may know him through his professional career, which has to do with respect and those who have passed away. But we have some of Matthew O'Brien's new work, I believe. This is work from 2020.
Oh, we got our friend Jamie Tompkins on here.
Hello, Jamie.
New to Billings after a few months.
Yes, welcome to Kirks on Facebook. So we have a regular at Kirks named Saisa, and she was doing some readings of tarot cards recently. And as I was just looking at these pieces by Matthew, I feel as if they kind of tell you a story. They kind of give you, maybe they give you guidance, or maybe they tell you about things that have happened. This piece has an institution. People are frowning. It's gone up in flames. And you may even think that the purpose of it has been flipped upside down. We've got the sadness that comes through. Not really interested in this right here, this eye. Is it an eye? It looks like that to me. I like that Matthew O'Brien, he uses a lot of symbols. So I feel like even when he's rendering something to look representational, I think there's a symbolic nature, and that's why you can read his work in different ways. This piece is called Problem Solved. But in the writing on it, it says, here is the equation.
And then that looks like digital code or something.
Digital code.
Linnea. Hey, hey.
Hey, Linnea from Texas?
Yeah, North Carolina, I believe
North
now.
Carolina. Oh, yeah, that's right. There's a recent move there. Yeah, I need you more than I can say. That's the writing I see in there. It's always harder to see it up So Matthew O'Brien, this piece is $175. And we have a few pieces by Matthew. Over here by the couch, this is a great piece because I love the way Matthew's taken kind of that same painting style, pretty simple in terms of the colors, the amount of solid color in the composition. And he's added all this great collage work. And to me, the collage papers look like they are vintage. It doesn't look like he's grabbing any scraps.
They are. What is it called again?
It's called Colton Brayley.
Now, something about this had to do with the fire. That's where these fires. He told me the story. And also, if you look at the edge of these paper, they're burned. He burned the edge of the paper before he collaged them. He told me that.
And it says here, it's acrylic paint charred ladies magazine.
Hold on, I gotta put down this drink here. Woo! And this fly's causing me problems.
It's acrylic paint charred, burned ladies magazines on canvas. So they're ladies magazines, you know, and what that conjures up, what that means now, what that meant back in the day. Recipes, beauty. Has it changed? Do we think
I'm going
it's
to wave
changed?
to some of these people here.
Give them some waves. People
We got
need the
Kaylin.
waves.
We got Suny.
We love Kaylin. We
Sean
love Suny.
Chandler.
Sean
Super
Chandler's the
local.
best. Yeah.
Jamie Tompkins is back saying this piece and mixed media just popping.
Yeah. And
Jamie asked me today if we wanted to do some house music outside, some dance party. I said it's going to get cold. It's going to be getting cold soon. Probably need to dance.
But this time of year, you never know. You never know when it's going to get cold and when it's not quite ready to do it yet. And I feel like this piece also, it reminds me of a piece we'll see in a minute where Matthew's commenting on COVID-19.
Yeah.
But I gotta say, I do love this fire here. And if we travel up.
It's been a few weeks since I ran the camera. So it's a little janky, and I'm just getting that feeling back.
You able to get it all in?
I got it all in.
There's another piece by Matthew O'Brien. To will, wish, want, or purpose. And this is great too because this is clear. And so there isn't a lot of natural light here at Kirks, but this is a piece where you could have natural light or artificial light shining right onto the piece.
We can turn these off real quick.
Ooh, we have a little
Let's
bit.
go. Let's get in the dark and check out.
Let's get in the dark and see what
Whoa!
happens
These
for
people
them.
are like on a roller coaster ride.
Yeah, take them on a roller coaster.
Whoop! There we go.
Can you see the light coming
Looking
through?
for camera people. Looking for camera
Oh,
people.
Here we go. Oh.
Yeah, there we go. We got it backlit.
Does it look good? There's the delay.
There we go.
Yep. So Matthew O'Brien. And Matthew O'Brien, I think as we've already seen today, he's pretty influenced by religious iconography. What it means to manipulate that. And I feel like a lot of pieces like this, you don't usually see, again, collage in the mix. This part of it right down here is all
I'm going to turn the lights
collage
back on
works. See what happens.
so I can see the front of it again. But that is backlit. You can put that in your window.
You can put that in your window. You can hang it from the ceiling. You stare through it all the time. You can really do whatever you want. Although, I feel like if you do buy art, you do want to be respectful to the artist, if you can be. And here it says, "In God we trust." Over and over and over.
It looks like it's photocopied money. Maybe it's real money. I think it's photocopied.
In God we trust from money, yeah. There is that connection
And
there.
to Lima, we have how much is the last piece? The last piece, which was Ladies Magazine, was $250, or it was called Colton Brayley.
Yeah, you want to show it? This piece right here, we didn't give the price. $250. The name is Colton Brayley.
And all this stuff here is for sale. Please ask any questions. Okay.
So will, wish, want, or purpose is only $250.
So I know if Nick Rogers is on here with me, he would know. So this is
Nick Rogers.
Something to do with. I'm not even going to be able to remember what it is.
Did Nick Rogers have a question? Or
No.
Going on down your own path there.
Well, it's do what thou wilt is the law, which is.
Are you looking? Okay.
It's do what thou wilt is the law, which is the guy from England. He made these tarot cards behind me. What's his name? I just Led Zeppelin loves him.
Nope. You kind of lose me on the 70s.
No, he's not 70s. He's early. He's a.
Aleister Crowley?
There you go. Thank you.
Oh, some Aleister Crowley.
Thank you. So that's Thelema, I think, is the concept of, do what thou wilt is the law, kind of.
That's interesting. I'll
I'm pretty sure.
An East of Eden reference. Thou shalt, thou wilt, thou mayest. Mm-hmm. So let's follow the theme of Matthew O'Brien. I'm going to keep my shoes off so I can get more involved. Did we have a question? Or were you just saying, Oh, come on, Gimbal. Come on. Our Gimbal is our handheld friend that helps us control the phone or hinders us from controlling the phone, whichever way you want to look at it. Should we do this
one? We didn't talk about it.
Nope, we'll go back.
Okay, here we go. Do Matthew O'Brien. That's what you said.
Matthew O'Brien right here. So this piece by Matthew O'Brien is titled COVID. And Matthew, in his daily life, has a unique perspective on the impact of disease, and he really sees the cycle of life. And again, we've got a lot of symbols here. If these are two eyes, this could be a third eye right here. This same kind of shape that we saw in the piece with all the charred ladies magazines right here. And this piece is acrylic on canvas. COVID, $200. Matthew O'Brien.
Yeah, and it's interesting how people price their work. Like this is $200, and the one behind it, which is half as big, is $250. I always think the concept of how people price their work is interesting because we leave it up to the artist, kind of.
Well, and some artists will price by the square foot.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a really.
I think a lot of artists too, though, will price their work based on how precious it is to them. A piece that they worked on intently or that has a lot of emotional connection, they'll price higher than something that they did more quickly. But
do you do that? I do that.
I will do that because it's harder to let go. So you price it a little bit higher for me. And I think you never know how an artist prices their work. And it's also based on materials.
Yeah.
For example, it costs more to buy oil paint than acrylic paint and that type of thing. So those are all the factors here.
I like this one.
I do too, and I like to follow this.
Yeah, the lines really, I like how the lines, they shoot out like power lines, from that eye.
They shoot out, but I feel like this one actually cuts into the figure as opposed to going on top of it. Almost like a sword.
Yeah.
And again, that symbolism of swords that we saw on the piece with the glass. We've got a friend with us today who is a housefly, who's making it complicated to run the camera and for us to talk to you, but we will include that housefly as a member of our community.
We're community-based
We're a community-based
flies
organization.
And all.
Kirks is for the common good.
So this might be our youngest artist we've ever. I mean, Suny started at 15 here, I think, but this might be our youngest artist we've shown.
Lexxi Castro. Lexxi Castro is her first time showing works at Kirks Grocery. She's a pretty proactive artist, getting involved with having a show here. She also is related to Mandy Castro. So if anyone knows Mandy, you may also know Lexxi. Or maybe this is your chance to learn about Mandy through Lexxi. And this is called I Want to Believe.
Classic alien. What's that TV show that's going to...
X-Files.
X-Files.
But I think it's more than that classic reference. And I love this kind of old-timey alien antenna at the top as well. Nice
that
touch.
Is nice. I hadn't really...
Yeah, I feel it combines a lot of symbols. There's sort of a... Is it grotesque or is it feminine? Is it an alien? Is it human? Is it an old-timey alien? Is it an X-Files old-timey alien? Or is it our universal idea of what an alien can be? And then right here, she wants to be beautiful.
This is another one by Lexxi Castro.
Lexxi Castro. She wants to be beautiful.
Oh, how much are they? That last one was $40.
Both of these are $40.
$40. She did a nice job of framing her. She came in and she just asked me. Huh?
They can see how she framed it with the blue?
Yeah. She just came in and asked, she's already being proactive about showing people who she is and her art. I appreciated that. I think she's 13, 14. I'm not exactly sure.
Yep. Well, an artist doesn't become an artist at a certain age.
Oh, yeah.
It's something that's with you. So yeah, we have she wants to be beautiful. And she's not that different from the rendering of the alien, which is interesting too.
Well, they're both aliens, both alone, alienated.
And then Lexxi Castro also has been painting. I would imagine this looks really good on the screen.
Yeah, I'm going to try to get it up there.
Yeah,
There we
our
go.
friend The Fly helping out with cinematography right now. Give you a minute just to take a look, because she's included a lot in here. A lot of negative space. This piece is called Mushroom Madness.
Mushroom's always a common theme in kids' art. I mean, when kids show me like high school, I think it probably, along with psychedelics refers to like Mario, stuff like that a lot of times.
That's true.
I think it's really become part of visual culture, mushrooms. Howdy, Saisa. Howdy,
Saisa.
Martha.
We just referenced Saisa earlier.
Hope you got to check out some of We got more Matthews coming.
Yeah.
If Martha's out there watching.
Yep. We do have more Matthew O'Brien coming. We just had some. And if you missed it, it'll be on Facebook. It'll be on YouTube.
Put it on that rewind.
Or you can put on that rewind with our rewind machine, which is currently broken. But
No,
one day
no,
we'll use it.
It's at YouTube. Kirks
Oh,
Grocery.
our rewind machine is at Kirks Grocery at YouTube once we post it.
Yeah, thanks for following that train of thought there.
So we were talking about mushrooms, which here are a little more like jellyfish. Here are a little more rotted out than the Mario reference we were making. But I love this tier and the way it just leads you into this stream of water, maybe a tooth, maybe a horn, maybe a shape.
I will see you later, Jamie. Thanks for checking in.
Bye-bye, Jamie.
Make
Thanks
sure to
for
swing
joining
by. I'll
us.
talk to you more about the dance music.
Music.
Martha can't get enough of Matthew O'Brien and his art.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
So there was one more Lexxi Castro's up here, but we have sold it.
Wow.
A local art collector, a
That's
young
fast.
guy comes in and purchases art most paychecks, and he's starting his art collection, and not necessarily starting it, but adding to it, and he's helping out a lot of young artists here. We got art in all price points here.
We do have art in all price points, yeah. We've got everything from about $40 up to $3,000.
Yeah, I would say that's a good call.
Yeah, and that's pretty much everything from basic drawings, paintings, mixed media, to metals and glass cast in the earth. So
All right.
I'll step up here, introduce you to Casey Heavy Runner.
Well, there's just the lights in there.
Oh,
like
the
mad.
lights in there. Sometimes you gotta get off on the side. Or
There we go.
there we
It's
go.
going to be a sidewinder.
Casey Heavy Runner. So Casey Heavy Runner, I believe, was introduced to Kirks through his sister. Is that right? Is that how she?
No. Casey works at Jaya across the street. The
Oh.
Gratitude in Action thrift store across the street. And he just came in, and he'd just begun drawing, and he asked if, he'd been drawing for a few years, but he had just started later in life. And he asked me to show his work. And I said, sure. We got this back room kind of just to show local community people who are, well, not just starting out. We got Matthew in here. We have Suny, who's been shown for a few years. We have Mary's work in here. I mean, it's just kind of a catch-all gallery back here, but I do like to try to promote younger artists, or not necessarily in age, but...
And depending on the show, you will see artists who've been working for fewer or more years with their work kind of juxtaposed against one another, which is always nice.
Yeah, I like that.
And Casey Heavy Runner, we have Waiting for Her Warrior. And we have the Lost Scorpion. And they're both just basic pencil on paper. And the Lost Scorpion here is $75.
And I think he'd never shown his art before, just like Lexxi. So that's there's two people in this show. I don't think
first time showing their art in a venue,
in a
and
public,
also we broadcast it out online to you wherever you may be, and therefore it gets an even broader reach. We do have one more by Casey Heavy Runner down here, which I believe I can pick up. And this one is The Path Back. Whoa. Did you catch up? Did you catch it?
Got it.
The Path Back.
I like this one. It's real graphic. It's got some patterns.
And it's different than the other pieces because of the use of very dark color or very dark pencil work.
I believe he's Blackfeet. He's a nice guy. He came in here. I appreciate people that come in here and show me their artwork, you know. Sometimes I may be busy and it's short, but, you know.
And this is great work to spend time with if you come in. You know, just looking into this piece, I feel like in that negative space, I can start to find, you know, the reflection of that feather, a face. You know, this is a piece where the artist leaves you some breadcrumbs and some opportunities to move your eye around the work and to make your own discoveries.
And, you know, the negative space I love right here. You know, I always love a lot of white on a piece of art, or, you know, and I like that in this one.
Yeah. And that shows, you know, his understanding of composition too. He's not afraid to leave this space here. He uses it to his advantage.
Yeah, I mean, really, there's just this kind of thin line right here of color, really abstract shape, really, to really represent the face there. But if you just come right on there, you know, it's just very abstract. Come back.
And this is called The Path Back. $75.
Yeah, $75. Nathan just asked how much that was.
Oh, how much is it? It's $75, Nathan. Casey Heavy Runner, The Path Back. $75. So, let's move on to Sunny Stone Blue. He's a bit of a local celebrity, Sunny Stone Blue. Sunny is a Billings artist, but he relocated to Northern California for a while. And in Northern California, he shifted his style from all black and white to a deep exploration of color.
It's $75, Nathan. The one by Casey Heavy Runner. Let me know you heard that. I can type it later if you didn't.
And we have a little bit of a delay, so we apologize for that. So over here with Sunny Stone Blue, and it's called Kid Drop Acid. Monochromatic. Sunny's really a master of taking a really busy composition and laying it out so that it's interesting, so that it doesn't become too much.
Yeah, that's a good call.
You know, because the face, the figure, its train, everything still has its own place of importance, even though there's a lot going on. And this is an example. You can spend quite a lot of time here, and then you start to discover so many things that Sunny has drawn. Messages, texts. Our friend the fly is very interested in this one. As Joan did.
Jesus, fly is about to kill me. Yeah. I moved down, sorry. This fly drove me nuts, and now I'm on the one under that one.
Okay. So now we've moved down. The top one, Kid Drop Acid by Sunny Stone, is $60. And Alien Waves, so it's a totally different take on the alien motif.
Yeah, we had, who else had aliens in here?
Lexxi Castro.
Oh, yeah.
Lexxi Castro had a totally different take on aliens than Sunny Stone. Alien Waves.
Yeah, this is real nice. Yeah, it's just style really changed. It used to be mostly black and white. A lot of times, you know, just a little bit of text.
social message often. This is a little more psychedelic.
Northern California is psychedelic, man.
Yeah, got that third eye again. Second time we're seeing a third eye this evening. And then what I think is interesting is you have this messianic alien figure, and then down below you can see the aliens who are drowning. And maybe I'm wrong, maybe they're swimming, but to me, you know, the bodies don't look like they're going to make it back up to the top of the water. And he also does a nice job of using really distinct color in this one to break up the planes. Sunny Stone, classic Kirks artist. New work, inspired by or created in Northern California? Both?
I think he made these down in California.
Okay. Made down in California?
Yeah. He's back in Billings now.
Yeah, he's back in Billings.
There's a couple more actually.
Fire.
Do you want to just grab these and hold these up?
All right. So this piece by Suny, beautiful gilded golden frame on this piece.
I love this one. This is actually called Ulysses. It's based on Ulysses.
On the story Ulysses?
The story of Ulysses, yeah.
Love this figure that's up here. Screaming.
Oh, look at way down these tiny details he gets in there. This little mermaid.
Little mermaid. You know, I have some friends and they enjoy artwork with like a vulva in there. I personally, I see some vulva. Faces. Nice use of the gray marker.
Yeah.
To give this corpse or alien type shade. That leads right into this friend here with the Freddy Krueger sweater.
I know, this guy's great.
Yeah.
He really does. He really. Yeah, I love this one too, Martha. This is just a great piece.
The gaping maw, and then I feel like this figure is, to me, kind of the star of the composition, even though that central figure is larger. And Suny has that great way of rendering hands that I like too. Kind of influenced by psychedelia, kind of influenced by like an R. Crumb kind of look. I love the way he renders his hands. This one doesn't seem to have a label, so I'm going to ask the gallerist, Mr. De Leon. Title?
I think this one's, it's Ulysses, and it's $75.
Ulysses, $75. Sunny Stone, also known as Sunny Stone Blue, also known as Sunny Boy, by my dad.
Hey, mister.
That's right, mister. And this piece, and this, if I hold it up, you can see.
So I think if I remember correctly, he did a bunch of monochromatic ones with a different marker. So this was the yellow. He did a green one. I think maybe Nathan got one. Nathan Perkins, art collector. I think he picked up a color. But so these Suny ones are all monochromatic, the whole series.
And then by using yellow, it becomes more challenging to find everything. You know, if he'd used black.
Well, it's actually a lot easier to see through the camera.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
A treat for our audience out in internet land.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's not as contrasty in real life, I would say. It kind of fades in. You have to search it out, but through the viewfinder here. Oh, look at all these people down here. All his details. So many details.
Yeah, I feel like you're seeing more than I'm seeing with my naked eye. And he's got that big central figure here. 2 sets of eyes? 3 sets of eyes? What do you think, Shane? You've got the screen. 2 sets of eyes? 3 sets of eyes?
3 sets of eyes.
3 sets of eyes. Imagine the vision. And possibly imagine the wisdom. And this piece is called Unchained. $60. Sunny Stone, aka Sunny Stone Balloon. So we've seen Suny, we've seen Casey, Lexxi, Matthew. One more by Casey, Heavy
Yep.
Runner. $75. KC Heavy Runner.
I love this one. This one's solid graphically. It's just it's got a concept.
And the title is Missing You. Missing You. And I feel like he's really seamlessly integrated the feather, the face, and the shadow on the feather. Mm-hmm. You know, those three things could be combined in a way that's awkward. But it's very, I think the texture of the hair and the texture of a feather work well together as well.
If I have the story right, he only started drawing like 2 years ago. Jamie Lee Anderson Rindal just said, Mary Serby.
Yeah, that's
Nathan
right,
Perkins,
Jamie.
so cool. I got the colorful penguin piece, he said. Yeah, I knew you had picked up one. Okay.
And this one just has that simplicity. And like you said, you always like a lot of white space, Shane.
Yeah.
A lot of white space in the composition.
Yeah.
All right.
Why don't we go out to this next room and you finish the last two Matthews? And then
Yeah,
I'll
let
do
me
the
put
other
on my
one.
shoes, everybody. Like Mr. Rogers, sometimes I remove my sweater or my shoes. Let me put those back on.
While we're doing that, I'll bring us in on some... We've already featured these in a past live stream. This is Mary's work, who you're on camera tonight. Love her stuff. This is all stitched landscapes, and she's ready.
I'm ready. Let's go find some of Matthew's work. Kirks Grocery's been having performances out on the street lately, and more recording is being done inside. So maybe you haven't been in this room in a little while, but Matthew O'Brien's work has been in this room. That's right, everybody. Let's check out Matthew O'Brien.
Nice.
Matthew O'Brien. Totally different than the other pieces. Totally different in terms of the color palette.
And this isn't just Matthew O'Brien. This is Nick Rogers. Particularly Ridiculous. It's a duet, a collaboration.
So if you haven't heard of Nicholas Rogers, yes, he is a comedian. Yes, he is an artist. Yes, he is the partner of one of the most amazing artists in all of Montana. And top it all off with, he is an amazing, intuitive dancer. It's all there in one package for Nicholas Rogers.
Yes.
And when Nicholas Rogers and Matthew O'Brien get together, this is the magic that can happen. You know, it's hard to know who did which piece, but I feel like you can still see.
Well, I have some in Nick's artwork. We have a few pieces in Nick's here at Kirks, and I have some in my own collection. I'm betting this spray paint, this blue.
Right here?
I think that's him. Now, I think the outlines are all Matthew.
I think the outlines are all Matthew, too.
I think some of the spray painty and the smudgy stuff is Nick. That's my call. If either of those two are out there...
What about this big, heavily textured piece?
I think that's Nick Rogers.
Right. Yeah. Or it could be at the museum. We used to have a piece where the big lump was the piece they made together, like their own child. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. It gets deep sometimes.
Are you calling children's lumps?
Am I calling children's lumps?
Children's lumps.
I'm calling children's lumps right now at 1-888-KID-LUMP-5. So
Skylar's here. He says, I miss Kirks, and you don't even know how much we miss you, Skylar. Send a green hat.
And this piece is Matthew O'Brien, Nicholas Rogers. It is called Universal Interior. $315. Universal Interior.
And now this is wood. This is painting on wood.
Yes. Acrylic, spray paint, latex paint on board. Here in the art community, a lot of times instead of saying on wood, we like to say on board. As if we're on a cruise ship, taking you on a voyage to culture. So this piece is on board. And what's nice about this piece, too, is that I feel like it has just a beautiful presence. Doesn't need a frame, doesn't need a mat. It takes up its own real estate on its own right here. Matthew and Nick. Well, behind me here. To me, I would say this is just Matthew. Am I right or am I wrong? Let's find out.
Yep.
Just Matthew O'Brien on this one.
Oh, see, there's a mirror in it. See, I can see myself walking by. What up, world?
So this piece not only has Matthew included an eye, but it is a mirror. So, like some other pieces that have been at Kirks with a mirror in them, is it a sign of vanity? Is it a sign of reflection? Can you resist looking at yourself as you walk by? I can because I'm too short, but Shane probably is looking at himself in this eye.
I was just a little bit ago, that's for sure. For certain.
And we've got these two figures here connecting around this eye. And I like the spray paint style that Matthew O'Brien has. I feel like he's very fearless. He just picks up certain items, and I've seen him at was it at the George Floyd Memorial where he created a live piece, or was that at a South Beach All-Stars?
That was at a South Beach All-Stars performance.
Yeah, he just did a live painting with spray paint that was outside of Kirks for quite some time.
Yeah, we left outside for a couple of weeks. So one thing that I know about this painting, so Matthew and Nicholas and I, Matthew sends us out these little group texts occasionally, and usually links to music we can listen to. Mm-hmm. But sometimes he'll send a picture of work that he's working on, and he sent me a picture of this one, and it said, "Get behind me, Satan," and I texted him back, "Get behind me, human." And then when he brought this piece in, on the top, let's see if we can see it.
What do we see, friends? I can't see.
It says,
you tell me.
He wrote the word humanity on it. So, we wanted to not just get Christ and Satan, we wanted to get humanity in the mix. And I made this comment, and I think he put it on there because I had said it in a text. See how we can influence people's art just by everyday occurrences?
Exactly. And Matthew got you thinking, get behind me, Satan. Get behind me, Christ. To what degree did Satan and Christ produce us? To what degree did we produce them? It's a conversation about humanity. Matthew O'Brien is a deep guy.
Yeah.
He's never working
forced to be deep
on a surface level. And I love the story about connections between music that you were talking about when Matthew was making this. This figure right here is really interesting. The colors used in this. Is it a rib cage? Is it the intestines? What's happening here? It's very human, very anatomical.
Rib testin.
In the rib testins, yeah. The rib testins are a very important part.
I got those at Famous Days recently. The rib testins.
They were
great.
They were a special deal. And I think, again, when you use this gold paint, when you have this eye here, some of these pieces that are about more spiritual issues relate back to money or relate back to how we infuse.
Oh, this looks better back here. It's
into America.
Too washed out when I'm close in.
Oh, so it looks better from back there.
It just gets more light, There's, Kirks, there's no natural light in the back, so it's a lot of light bulbs in here.
It's a little tricky in the back. I would say for me being in front of it, it looks great. Now you can see it looking great. And the price on this one is, let's check it out on this, $250. $250. It can be yours, Matthew O'Brien. So Shane.
Yeah.
Where should we go next?
Why don't we go check out the dining gallery?
The dining gallery. Now,
dining
sir, gallery. I hear there are vegan dinners. Do they take place in the dining gallery?
No, they do not.
No, they do not.
Kirks is still not really doing things inside much. So we're doing it on the roof.
So if you've heard about Kirks Grocery promoting vegan dinners with Chef Josh Plug, did I say that
that's right? That's right.
He does those dinners on the roof. They are vegan, and we are quickly approaching the cold months. So please contact Shane about those while you still have a chance.
I think we will be moving them inside this winter. We may be doing things like a meal for 8 people, and a special entertainment, some sort of guitar player, really high-end, exclusive stuff for the community.
Because let's say you're healthy and you're wealthy and you want to reserve a meal for 8 people, but it's just for you. Let's say there's a musician you enjoy. You just want that person to play for you. You could do that. Or you could share with 7 other people. That's your choice, healthy, wealthy person. Follow us this way.
Yeah.
Here's our transition music. Nathan Perkins. So, Shane, you're sort of a giant. Is it easier for me to get close to the work as a camera person? Or do you want to? Oh, we're getting in there.
You can do it. Do you want to switch over? Do you want me to be the
switch over? See.
Want me to be the talking head?
Nathan Perkins.
I'm gonna grab my drink.
So Nathan Perkins is obviously a gifted photographer.
And he's an art collector.
He's also an art collector, as we were just discussing.
5 pieces here.
And now you can really see how he captures light.
Yeah, this picture is actually, when he came in, he showed me his photography, and this I think was in the very first batch he showed me, and I liked this one from day one.
Yeah.
I said, well, whenever we show your work, I think he waited maybe 3 or 4 months from when he first started asking me to show his work to when it came out. I dropped off a couple gifts, which we have in the bathroom for a long time.
Couple of
photographs.
Oh, photographs. I thought you said GIFs, like an animated GIF or GIF. So we're trying to get in here so you can not only see how Nathan has captured the light, but you can also see some of these beautiful details that get a little washed out when you step farther away. Now, Shane and I can't step far away because there's a door behind us. But if you purchase this piece for your own house, you could be as close or as far as you like. And look at the face. You know, as a photographer, you know, cameras don't just supposedly capture reality. You know, there's the vision of that artist behind it. And with this piece, it looks like probably the photography itself and the editing, would you say, Shane? The color adjusting?
Well, I know actually how Nathan works. It's you know, we haven't shown a lot of photographers here at Kirks yet. And so he has told me how he works, and I've seen how he works because I watch his Facebook things. He actually makes sets. You know, this was, I don't know if he hired these people, but he gathered these people. They got all ready. He lit this scene. So there's a light hitting it. You know, this is a scene on wherever they did it, but, you know, the light has hit this. This isn't just passing light. You know, this is purposeful light.
He targeted this light?
Yeah. Yeah. And he told me how he lit it a little bit. And, you know, but I've seen him, he's rented a bathtub before, like a clawfoot tub, and done a photo shoot in the last couple months and set up the whole set. And, you know, he sees a vision in his head that he wants, and I feel he goes through a lot of lengths to get there.
So he'll utilize the camera, he'll utilize the lighting, he'll utilize possibly contacting people, like this cirque performer.
Yeah, setting stages. You know, I've seen pieces he's done on, you know, Nick and Renee as the models. You know, they kind of did this futuristic, I don't know, Mad Maxy looking thing, Tank Girl looking thing, Mega looking thing.
Yeah.
You know, end of the world kind of stuff.
Come on back, my friend, the gimbal. Join us.
So I think one thing I feel I've learned about Nathan is when he goes through any sort of his photo shoots, they aren't just happenstance. You know, they're planned, they're set up, they're thought out, they're posed. You know, it's like a cinematographer in some way of getting the shot perfect. You know.
And Laurel says the graining gives it a great texture. It's very tactile, especially this piece. And we're getting a lot of hearts on that. Hearts and love. He
told me the printing. If he's still on here, Nathan, maybe you can tell me what it is. You know, it's.
You mean the process of how he prints it?
Yeah.
We have quite a few of these, so I'm going to move along. I'm going to ask Shane though.
So that one was called A Balanced Life, and it was $74.95.
A Balanced Life, $74.95. Nathan Perkins. But what else do we have by Nathan Perkins? I will tell you.
Next up, we got Mega Pig, M-A-G-A, Mega Pig, and we all know that hat. It's a red hat, but there it looks black.
Mega Pig.
Make America Great Again, Pig. Obviously, a political statement. We can read our own thoughts into it, but I would imagine by timing and subject matter, it is there to make a statement.
Look at that light off the snout. Look at that light off the very edge of the mouth. It really, really gives this figurine of a pig this life, this presence in the composition. As Shane said, we've got this hat that is quite frequently used in a popular advertising campaign lately in the United States. And behind it, we have just a piece of the American flag. The paper that Nathan Perkins uses is called Summer Velvet, which, if you are looking at the comments, you can see. We got a little bit of a like on there. And then let's just look in close. We already had a comment about texture. Oh, it's textured. Oh, that paper is textured? Is that what we're hearing from Nathan? The paper is textured. So the image is of something textured. The paper is textured.
They're nice prints, and then they're mounted. They come mounted. There's holes on the back. These ones are $74.95 each, and you can.
There they are. They're
Put
mounted.
them directly on your wall. They're just with a nail or a tack. You know, there's a little hole there.
Susan Stone says, nice use of shallow depth of field.
Nice.
And now let's...
We really appreciate you guys interacting with us. You know,
we do.
I love art. I know Mary loves art. You know, we all learn just from talking about it and hearing other people talk. So all your comments, you know, help us all see differently, and we're all just trying to see everybody's perspective.
And Jamie says, that's great, which makes me think of Tony the Tiger. Let's come on over here. Let's
this was a series, so let me,
try to back it up.
This light is going to be wild here.
Don't worry, everybody. I'm with you.
There's no light.
We've got some shadow here, but you can see these 4-5 pieces that are, I'm guessing, in series.
Yeah, so if I got it right, like we were talking about, you know, he wasn't like sitting there and bird feathers flew out of the air and he took photos of them, you know, or he was throwing them up in the air and capturing them. You know, he staged these. I won't give away all his tricks, but, you know, these are staged photographs. You know, they're not doctored or, you know, Photoshop or anything, but, you know, it's held by line there in place. And
actually, Shane, why don't you try taking that light down a couple notches? Because everybody's seeing a lot of shadow.
Okay.
Like right now, no, I just can't get too close. That's another thing. So right now you can see these feathers on the wind. Let's see if we can get in there without it getting too shadowy.
Yeah, I'm real sorry about the lighting on this spot.
There we go.
You know, and there's just these light clouds behind it. It's a great photograph.
Light clouds.
So these are all
Feathers on
part
the
of a
wind.
series called Serenity. The top one, the large one, being with 2 feathers, being called Serenity. That one you're on now.
Let's see if we can do that. Ooh, here we go.
Ooh, look at that. That's great.
Look right here. And this is a photograph, huh?
Yep.
Wow. It looks like a beautiful rendering done by hand.
Yeah, it does. Looks like a painting.
So now I'll come back so you can see the colors a little bit better.
And
We
that
just saw
one
the
too is
detail.
$74.95, and all these smaller ones are $24.95, and they are called Serenity now.
These small feathers,
These small feathers are $25.
they're $24.95.
$24.95.
Whoa, that's like, come on, man. I don't even think you can get a chillo for that. And these are unbelievable. Wow.
I got a Chillum on sale the other day at 406 class.
Yep. Shane's always getting a chillo when he's out and about in Billings. Look at that. Nathan Perkins. And I'll try to get in close so you can see this, because I think that the stem, which may not be the right biological term, on this feather, perhaps the cuticle,
I think it starts with an F, that word.
starts with an F, that word. If anyone has any guesses on
No,
words
it's like
that
the
start
fur-
with
the-
F.
It's not the shaft, it's the furler or the furling.
It's not the shaft, the furler, the furling of the feather. Now let me pull back again, because I think it's a little, these are beautiful pieces, but it's a little awkward in this space and with this light to show you. The great thing about kirksgrocery.com is, are these pieces on the website, Shane?
These are not. I am sorry.
Okay, they're not. But I bet if you contacted Shane, he'd send you a photo. If you said, hey, I'd love a photo. Or if you're in Billings and you said, you know what I'm going to do? Walk on in and see him. Wear my mask. Keep it COVID safe.
Wednesday through Friday, 3 to 9.
Yeah, that's when you do it, everybody. All right, Shane, what do we have here?
This one is called God's Country.
God's Country.
And I'm going to say this looks like California, like by these
By
trees.
these?
Yeah, I'm going to say this is somewhere in California.
To me, that looks like
I mean,
a
I know Nathan has a history in California, but that's very beachy.
West Coast
Yeah. Northern.
type of tree. Oh, Jamie says that is called the shaft of the feather. So you were close, Shane,
The
except...
faft. There's an F in it.
Shane says faft, Jamie, but I think I'm with you on it being the shaft of the feather. Speaking of feathers, let's see how much detail we can get on this bird. What do we have here? Is this
It's a heron.
heron?
Right?
I would
White
say.
heron.
What's the title here? Oh, God's Country. Oh, look, we've got a lot of emojis floating on up for this piece. All sorts of emotions, all sorts of likes. Let me just get in right here, let you see the texture of the ground.
We want someone to take this piece home tonight, people.
Ooh, we want someone to take this piece home.
I know
Cue
a lot
the romantic
of sinners out there.
music.
There's a lot of sinners in Billings. It's called God's Country. Save yourself tonight.
Yeah.
Save yourself by spending some money.
Although I was raised Catholic, God's country is full of sinners. Sinners are people. Feathers appear when angels are near. Oh,
that's the truth.
Let's come right on over here. Feathers appear when angels are near. And if you were wondering, where is this piece? Carmel City by the Sea. Oh, yes. We got an LOL from Jennifer Hawk. Not sure what that's
Jen.
about.
Thanks for watching, Jennifer.
We've been totally serious all night tonight. We're not looking for the hilarity. Shane and I just locked eyes. We had a hilarity eye lock right there. Again, sorry that we do these things in the evening. We don't have a lot of light. I feel like we could offer better light. If you come in personally, Shane will shine his heart light on the work for you.
This is a great time to talk about, donations, things like that. Keep Kirks Grocery afloat. Buy this stuff. This stuff will make your life so much better.
Shaft or calamus right here.
What?
Shaft or calamus.
Calamus. Nice.
Shaft or calamus. It's the new game show at Kirks. Shaft or calamus. An exploration of Nathan Perkins. Shaft or calamus. Jennifer Hawk says, Shane, there are 3 hearts and then, I'm not sure which emoji that is. Shane, why don't you just name that emoji without seeing it?
Sushi.
Sushi emoji, he says. All right, Shane, where would you like us to go next?
Let's go this way. Let's walk right around this way.
There's a little bit of a fake out there. You saw him try to lead us the wrong way, but I was not taking the bait.
So you've kind of done this first batch. I'm back. We try to go short, people. We try to keep these under an hour, but regardless, we split this rooms up. I'm happy to be here. Now we're in the dining gallery. First work we're going to look at is Becca DeMeyer.
Becca DeMeyer?
Local, lives like just blocks from here.
Whoa.
This painting is wonderful. I am certainly buying it for $80 if no one else does during the show. The show's up 2 more weeks. It is called Art Walk. It's acrylic on canvas board, and I love it because this is probably one of Billings' finest citizens that I met since I moved here 3 years ago.
This individual?
Not that one.
Oh, okay. Here's one of the best individuals.
She's pretty great. That's, I think, Raquel. Raquel's pretty sweet, too.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about this guy in the
suitcase?
middle. Not the suitcase.
What's happening?
What are you doing? We're talking about Ty
This
Herman.
guy. Woo!
Cool daddy, cool.
He's a cool daddy, cool guy.
And I believe this is painted live out front of Terrakitas Gallery at an art walk.
Yes.
And I love that Ty uses this and it still says thanks in his case. This is a really great rendering. We've been showing Becca here for just 4 months or something. I think the first piece we got in the house was during the George Floyd Memorial. She brought a painting of George Floyd in. And then we talked about getting more, and she brought in these great pieces. And I love this one. I love portraiture. I love to draw people, so I super enjoy this one because it's of a great person who I love, who I play music with, and Ty Herman's the best.
And I feel like Becca knows Ty well, so you can see his signature guitar and what was once his signature hair and facial hair, but we're just going to pour one out for that because he shaved it all off.
He cleaned up.
He cleaned up.
Then let's go down. Another one by Becca DeMeyer. This is called Animal Totem. And I saw this one. The thing about art, the great thing about owning an art gallery is you get to look at pieces of art over and over and over. And so the more you see, the more you look at art, the more you see in art.
Jamie loves these. They're beautiful.
Yeah. And so this one, when I first saw it, I saw this woman, and then I saw this red mark, and I thought she had this big scar on her, like there was like this splash of blood. That was kind of the first couple days I saw it. And then I was like, whoa, and that's not what it is. But I I love the light on this face.
I think
Sometimes it reminds me of Bjork.
it reminds me of Bjork too. I think we're starting to see what it is. It's not a scar. To me, I see a feline.
Yeah, definitely feline.
And Becca has a deep involvement with yoga. And I wonder if this Buddha here has a connection with that kind of peace. And then over here, we've got the hand. I feel like it takes a while to see all the elements.
There's a lot of layers. I mean, it's got so much depth. And then you get this kitty cat that's getting all cuddled up on the neck.
And the use of blue is really, it's jarring because you wouldn't normally use it, and it's electric, but the cat still feels incredibly peaceful and calm and soothing.
I mean, I feel her painting style is very electric. The colors she uses are just a little bit garish almost, but where that might be a negative connotation, sometimes it's not like it's negative. It's just like this slash of a strange color in there. And then up here, we're on the face where it's just like nice impressionistic or expression, and you know.
Jennifer Hawk says Buddha hand is in the same position as the main figure. Love that. Yeah. Spirits.
And I'm not positive on this, but I think Becca has not been painting that long, you know. As we've talked about earlier, you know, one of the things we're trying to do here at Kirks is really promote great art, and we're also just trying to promote artists to make them great. So we start, as we talked about, with Lexxi Castro. She's 14. We're showing her work. I think Becca's, you know, in her early 20s, but I think she's, every time I talk to her or see her, she's painting now. She's on the roof painting. She came to Ty's concert here last Friday and painted on stage. So I think she's just deeply involved in painting every day. Her work is super affordable. This piece is $100. You know, we do ship stuff anywhere. You know, you have to pay for shipping, but you know.
Yeah, and I think that there's a myth that you often hear, sometimes from artists and sometimes from people who are not artists, that an artist has to have a certain path. Has to begin as a child, has to have art be their main source of income. There's all these myths. But the reality is that there are people who are called to art their whole lives in different ways. There are people who come to it at different points in their lives. There are people who will take it and then leave it. You know, that can be true of art, music, performance. We all go on our journey through life. And for Becca, this is a moment when, as a visual artist, it's really calling out to her, and you see her grow.
What size is this?
What
I think
size
this
is
is
Stand next
12
to
by
it.
14. 12 by.
Stand next to it, Shane. Let everybody see the size.
It's a forearm.
It's a Shane.
I'll just go get.
Shane's getting the ruler, everyone. This is the most exciting part of the show when Shane gets a ruler. Jennifer Hawk says, it's a trap. Don't listen to that. It's true, right? That kind of rhetoric, it's a trap. Shane has gotten a ruler. Senator Varskas says, what size is it?
It is 16. 12 by 16.
12 by 16 inches.
$100.
Becca DeMeyer, Animal Totem, $100. This is your chance. Your chance right now, your chance later online, or your chance if you walk into Kirks Grocery. You've got a chance here, everybody. But Shane, is there more work by Becca DeMeyer?
There is a few more. We're going to look. We are approaching the end of our tour in about 20 more minutes with how we blather on, I'm sure. But this one's called Drywall. It's a triptych.
Let me get back a little bit. Can I get back without damaging other art?
Now, you know, I love triptychs. You know, there's something about breaking up an image. And look where she broke it here. Right down the center of this house. I love it. Like, you know, I love fragmentation, modulation, if we're going to get into some Lodgian terms.
Let's get right on in here.
I love, she just like, right at the roof, right at the pinnacle of the house, she just split it.
Here's that split Shane's talking about.
This sold opening night.
Opening night, you say, sir?
Opening night of
Opening
the summer
night.
group show. We sold this.
Becca DeMeyer.
To a collector from Big Timber.
What? Big Timber, Montana?
Big Timber, Montana.
That's right.
BTM.
Couldn't be more perfect.
And I just love this. I mean, it's this like, I see it as a cabin. And now it's just, you know, with all the fires going on everywhere, it's just like really like, whoa, you know, if you let yourself stare into these flames, you let yourself, this is happening right now. Someone's house is on fire.
Unfortunately, for most of the western United States, this could be happening right now. But when it happens with Becca DeMeyer,
look at this.
know,
I'm looking through the viewfinder right now. That is
right?
so just slashes of color, and that's beautiful. You know, sometimes looking through the phone viewfinder, you see it so much differently because there's a border, and some, you know, borders create.
Well, there's borders, and I also feel like I work at a museum, and when we do virtual tours, some pieces really sing on the screen that don't catch your eye when you're in the room. And other pieces are the opposite, where they're so fascinating to the naked eye, but then when you put them on the screen, they kind of, they're not at their best.
Oh, I noticed Jennifer's watching good. She noticed the figure on the right side.
Ooh, let's bring it on back, everybody. Ooh, over here?
Yeah.
Right here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I've been told, or I think I was told this is maybe an allusion to Sasquatch.
Oh.
Which I think Jen lives over there in the very northwestern part of the U.S. You know, the part where Sasquatch does roam free,
Oh,
they
so
say.
she may have seen a Sasquatch.
I bet Jen's broken bread with Sasquatch.
That's cool. It's a hot piece of art. And then Jennifer Hawk says, yeah.
It's on fire.
It's on fire. Yeah, so this is a beautiful piece. We want to share it with you. We want to give you this opportunity to see it, although someone has already bought it for their big timber home or cabin or perhaps some other kind of dwelling they have over there.
All right, we got 2 walls left.
2 walls left. Which wall are we going to?
I got 2 walls.
Yeah, that's right. That's my song that I love. 2 phones.
2 phones.
Yeah.
Let's go to this Becca DeMeyer. Let's keep
Oh,
Shane out of
hold
this
on.
one. Shane's been on camera
Hold
a lot
on.
the last couple weeks.
Takes a minute for our friend the gimbal to join us.
Oh gosh, you
There
don't even
we
know.
go,
We're gonna look
Gimbal.
at some May stars here in a bit.
May.
But we got one more piece
After Becca.
after
we'll have
Becca.
May.
There was actually another Becca below it, but it sold as well. We've sold
What?
I think we sold 4 pieces of
You know,
Beccas.
when we're selling before we can live stream it, I mean, that's exciting stuff, everybody. Whoop, whoop.
So this is not paint. This is pen and watercolor on paper from 2019. It's $120. Comes in a pretty nice frame. I like how it's a shadow box because if you know anything about me, you know I love paper and damaged paper and textured paper. And I love how it just lets this paper kind of crinkle out. And it looks, she's got a whole thing behind it. And then she put another drawing over the top of it.
Oh, yeah. Can you see that, everybody at home in your living rooms? Paper behind it. Here we go. Here we go. Right by her signature. This other drawing on top of it. Yeah.
Which I love. I'm a collage freak. Give me that paper all torn up and distressed.
Ooh, we got so many likes, so many hearts happening. And there's so much going on. So many symbols, so many images, so many combinations.
You know her work?
What's going on?
Besides the one with Ty, which I feel is like, you know, real street life, you know, just like a capturing of a scene. All these other ones are thick with symbolism.
Yes.
You know, thick with spirituality, or you know, the quest for knowledge in a little bit. You know, we have the fire. You know, that fire kind of represents wisdom.
Well, and Becca is a very serious practitioner of yoga.
Yeah.
And I don't know to what degree she engages with the more spiritual aspects of that. Some people stick to the physical, and others incorporate the spiritual as well. Love the vultures. Here they are. Let's get in on these feathers and shafts. Let's see where this lightning goes. Down here, joins up with other vultures. Becca DeMeyer. Mars Walk, $120 in a shadow box frame. It's a little hard to show you this shadow box right now. We're getting some glare, but it is a shadow box. Let's try. Just take my word for it, everybody. It's a shadow box. Hey.
Oh, next up. Oh, no, we got one more down. Let's go low here.
Let's go low.
When they go low, we go lower. So this one, can we, yeah.
Let's see if I can get in here. There's a little bit of a tight space here at Kirks Grocery.
I love this one. Oh my gosh. Being a person who has a twisted relationship with animals, and then I love to eat them, but I also love them. I love these whales. Have you ever eaten whale?
I have not eaten whale.
Me either.
I think that in my lifetime I'd prefer not to eat whale because I've seen too much of Star Trek 4 and I feel that it would be unwise to eat them. Look at this.
How about cats?
That's almost like, it makes me think of those images you see, Chat de Noir. Whoa, Gimbal, whoa, come on back,
God,
my friend.
we have a whale smoking a pipe in here.
Hold on. Gimbal's
Converging and convening with lips smoking a pipe.
Whale smoking a pipe. Converging with lips smoking a pipe. Yeah.
And then we got some bikes.
We've got a lot of lips.
Critical mass.
Critical mass. Upside down bikes.
Well, look, it's the it's the shadows. Has a person on the bike, and then you got your light sword up here. These are the shadows of this bike and this person.
Oh.
Isn't that pretty great?
Yeah.
Oh, these are all the shadows. This down here is the shadows too. Or, I'm not going to try to lead the viewer, but,
I see that as well, though. And this face with these two sets of lips. The whale. This hand. And then what's in the hand? It's the pyramid. All right. Now let's go up. Did we get the title of this one by Becca DeMeyer?
This one by Becca DeMeyer is called Whale Man, Pen and Watercolor on Paper, 2019, 120. And this is an interesting frame.
Sorry.
And then it's like sandwiched in glass.
Yeah.
It's an interesting frame.
Yeah. Because that means that you can see through it, my friends. My hand behind the frame.
We just try to show art here at Kirks. So, sometimes I'm going to bet she grabbed this at a thrift store or something, She's just artists are just trying to, make it happen. That's what we do.
But then that magic
we create
happens.
the world. We create the world so that the other people can live in it.
Wow.
That's what artists do.
You're welcome, world.
You're welcome, world, yeah. From all the artists. I spoke to them all today. Texted all the artists.
Thank you, artists, for creating our world. I'm going in on this one.
Starr. Oh my gosh, what can be said about Starr? She is the singer, keyboard player for a band that started in Bozeman, Montana. Ended up in Portland. They've been a band since 1993, I think. So what is that? 27 years?
Were you ever part of this band, sir?
I was in the band for 12 years.
12 years.
And so this is an old friend of mine. I've lived with Marianne. She goes by Marianne and May. She is a witch in the best sense of the word. She controls energy and moves energy and is in touch with all sorts of things. And I feel she really pushes that through on her art. They have this very, very spiritual element. Also, just this pushing and pulling and scraping and then going back in, these eyes, faces, I see a lot of things because I've known her so long. Voodoo element, Santeria. I love her artwork. It makes you feel. It gives you color. It makes you feel. Unfortunately / fortunately, all of Marianne's work is sold. We had these priced at $80 each. There's 6 of them, and they've all been sold. And we're real happy about that.
Congratulations,
we'll be having more of
Starr.
her work at our December show. These aren't framed, so they were a good deal. We have them held up with magnets.
We got a little heart there. Small magnets.
And they're just gorgeous. I don't even know. I have in my possession
Great
probably
texture.
25
paintings by Mary Ann. And sometimes, what is a painting? You know, she would take an old paper bag that's all crumbled up and spread paint all over it, and, you know, hand that to you or write you a card on that. And they just, it's about texture, color, but they're infused with magic. I believe, you know, I think they're almost like spells, a lot of these pieces. They're made in this mindset of trying to reach another plane. You know, you're opening yourself to be a medium, I guess. I feel in her music as well as her visual art. I can't say enough nice things about Mary Ann. She's just amazing. And if you can, check out the band Rollerball from Portland, Oregon. Just amazing.
All right, and we've looked at 4 out of the 6 here, the last 2. All sold by Starr. But yes, Starr's work will appear at Kirks again. You'll have other opportunities. If you'd like Starr's work in your home, in your office, in your physical therapy studio, maybe in your art studio.
Have you hung with many witches? Like, you know, people like women that, mainly women I've known that go deep. You know, they're working with these herbs and, you know, getting crazy. Not crazy in a bad way, but just like.
I haven't known many witches. Through you a little bit.
I mean, I don't want to identify people as what they are, but I mean, Mary Ann really has spent her artistic and just physical plane, like trying to be an intermediary, and I find that really, really cool. Because these are like spells, and not in a way where she's like casting things. They're these repetitions, they're these mind frames, they're letting your mind go blank and becoming one with everything around you so you can understand it more.
In a meditative
I feel
way.
that, I feel that in her music so much, and it's the exact same in her art. She's a complete artist in that way. She has melded all her art to be the.
Jennifer Hawk says, "Yay, witches!" With a heart for
Jen,
witches.
I know you're in there. Exactly. Case in point. Met my first witch in high school when I met Jennifer Hawk, probably.
What? Is she a golden bear?
Oh yeah, Golden Bear.
Whoa, golden bear witches. Okay, Gimbal, come on.
We got
There he
one
is.
more wall, people.
One more
I keep saying
wall.
like 10, 15 minutes, but you know, we love to talk about art here. And the good thing, I'm going to tell you this right now, inside scoop.
Whoa.
Oh, you ready for an inside scoop?
Yes, I am.
There's this virus. It's not, and we're not going to open up Kirks this winter. So our 2-year anniversary. What is happening here? Like did I shave all right?
Hey, that's for the audience to decide, sir. 2-year
Our 2-year anniversary is coming right up, September 25th. It's a Friday night.
Yes.
We had all these plans. It's also my 50th birthday.
Not long after that, yeah.
And we were going to do 50 bands in 24 hours, but we have to cancel that just due to COVID reasons. But we are doing a get-together outside where there will be music, there'll be some vegan food. We're hoping you just come by. I got $100 and $2 bills, so the first 50 people get $2 bills.
Oh, yeah.
So make sure to come. And if you actually go through the hassle of bringing multiple costumes, and the people are like, well, what if I leave and I wear a different costume and change my clothes and come back? Yes, I'll give you another $2 bill.
So you have to wear a costume and you get a $2 bill, or everyone gets
No. You come, you get a $2 bill, but if you go to the end of the line and you come back through without changing your clothes.
Oh, so someone like Nick Rogers could wear totally different clothes and a different hat, and you would give him another $2 bill.
As many as he wants, up
Okay.
until we go through 50.
Nicholas Rogers.
But
Great
that's
way
going to
make
be
money.
kind of our last outside deal. And we are going to start producing a weekly, I believe Tuesday night. I think we're going to shoot for Tuesday. We will take your comments if you'd prefer a different night. It seems the weekends, are out of touch. But, and we're just going to start having a hour, 3 hours if you know us, TV show. It's going to be great. We're going to get our production values up, multiple cameras, blah,
Jamie
blah, blah,
says
blah, blah.
you're not going to be open for winter?
We'll be open, but we will not be doing events. We will be doing, we're going to turn more into a studio and art gallery for the winter.
Recording studio as well, TV
Live streaming.
show,
Yeah,
live streaming.
These are going to get better. They're going to get tighter, which reminds me, we are looking Tuesday nights mainly for volunteers. Come in, help us do lighting, help us. We have multiple cameras. We need people manning the comments, all sorts of stuff.
Oh, sure we do.
We're going to kind of model it on, Eric Andre meets Salvador Dali or something like that. Not really. I'm not.
Salvador Dali, the famous TV talk show host.
Yeah, with Ed McMahon.
Yep. Ed and
Let's
Sally.
go to this last one. Let's start talking nonsense and talk about Sarah Wright. Sarah Wright is another local Billings artist who we have met through Kirks.
Many, many times. We know her.
No, I'm just saying, but we met her because of Kirks.
Yes. Martha
And,
Fuller's back.
She comes in regularly and, sees the concerts, hangs outside. And this is a series she did. I think one of the things Sarah tries to do to stay busy or to try to stay engaged with art every day, because if you have a job, sometimes it's just life just crushes you, especially in these times.
Whew.
These unprecedented times.
Yikes.
And so she tries to draw every morning before she goes to work. I do know that about this series here. So these are $10 each. And I'm just going to let Mary just go across all of them. We'd love to sell you guys something tonight. Kirk survives on y'all.
That was a nice, long, low, odd y'all. I'm sure Kaylin is taking its stock of your y'all here in Billings.
So yeah, we'll be open the next 3 evenings. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You can come in and pick any of these up. One thing about Sarah's art is it's extremely vulnerable. She's extremely open. She has this yearning sexuality, burning desire.
Vagina dentata.
Yeah,
exactly.
Here. Are you hungry? Are you ravenous? Oh man, we got Carnage the Executioner doing ravenous.
Are you making Carnage the Executioner
Vagina dentata
references?
Yes.
Wow. Anybody who gets that, you get something for free.
We do. We are going to give something away for free. We're down to 5 people. This is about the time it's probably good. You know what? We're going to give one of Sarah's.
When your odds are the best.
When your odds are the best. We're down to 5 people. And we're going to give one of Sarah's drawings away this week.
Oh, yeah.
All you have to do to get one of these drawings or get in a raffle, the amount of people, there are 5 people, right? Anybody who donates any amount through Venmo at Kirks Grocery or PayPal, kirksgrocery@gmail.com, or purchases anything between tonight and midnight, gets your name in a
raffle hat
or something, sock, for a raffle to win one of Sarah Wright's pieces.
So it would be one of these $10 pieces that you're seeing right here, because we're also going to see some
and
higher
I will
value
pay
pieces.
Sarah. It'll be sold. She will get the money.
Oh, indeed. Yes, Shane won't be running a shady deal on Sarah Wright.
Linda Lemire won last week's drawing. She won a Roscoe print.
Nice job, Linda Lemire.
Now we're moving over here to another Sarah Wright painting. This one is sold. It's called Disintegrating Girl.
Disintegrating Girl. Let's
Oil on canvas, 2019. It was $200. This was actually at the Yellowstone Art Museum's art auction. I think art auction 53.
Yes, it was.
Is that what just went by? Was it?
Yes, I was asked to zoom in on the butterflies again. Let's go on back there.
Go down here at the bottom, maybe? No, those aren't butterflies.
Let's see. I'm so busy working on the camera work. Zoom in on the butterflies. Here. Yes. This is our request. Zoom in on the butterflies again.
I dreamt that butterflies were constantly appearing inside my mouth, and I had to keep spitting out mouthfuls of them.
Wow. Sarah Wright.
That's real visceral. I mean, I can feel that. Keep my butterfly wings flapping on the inside of your lips, hitting the inside of your teeth. Woo.
All right, and back here we were just taking a look at the Disintegrating Girl. Jennifer says, thank you. Disintegrating Girl, let's get her up there. There we go. Disintegrating Girl.
It's nice. This is the only oil on canvas I think I've ever seen from Sarah. And, I think oil is pretty hard to work with if you don't work with it a lot. But, I mean, this form down here, she got this. She nails all this.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the modeling, the use of the color. She really does. Great hand with the paint. Wow. And speaking of her hand with the paints, Sara. Right.
This is called Reject from the Doll Factory. And once again, you know, her main themes being, you know, sexuality, yearning, burning, pain. You know, she's really open. She's really
vulnerable.
Really vulnerable. I mean, you know, you're opening yourself up to a lot of questions from a lot of people. I love this. The color, it's kind of like, you know, these Marianne, Becca, and Sara, I think, went great together in this room.
With the colors?
Yeah, like this is, again, like some of Becca's colors without the negative connotation are garish. Like that purple against that orange is just kind of like, whoa. But on the screen, it looks like it's really burning.
It does. Although if I get too close, it changes the colors. This, whoop,
oh, yeah.
that's the real color. Right here, this is the real color. When we get a little closer, you can see some details, but it's not actually as green as this becomes.
No, it's not green.
I mean,
like
that's
that at
how
all.
she used the paint. But the color, pop, there's the colors. All right. Let's come on over here. Nope.
You want to go down to the Sarah's ones?
Let's
Let's
go
keep
down
with
here.
Sara.
Yeah,
for a
let's
little
keep
bit.
with Sara. Sorry. Ooh, I love this one.
So this right here is colored pencil on paper. I always think every time I think of it, it's like red ballpoint pen, but it's not. Super feathery. I mean, just this super feathering of lines. Still with that yearning, the sexuality, the eyes. I mean, it just goes so well with Becca DeMeyer's work. It's just this burning.
A little bit of Corona Espache.
Yeah.
Corona Espache.
And, you know, we're always happy to see male nudity. You know, we always get to see female nudity. So, you know, there's a couple penises in there. That's good.
Yeah, you get a little bit more for your money, some may say. Some may say you get a little bit less for your money. It really depends on your view. Nailing it on the anatomy. Great rendering. Yes. That could apply to the one before this or to this one. Or to the oil.
And the last few we've seen are all $200 from Sara.
$200. $200. All right, my battery power's going down, so why don't we wrap this live stream up before my battery makes
two drawings left here?
Sara.
Sara Wright, Kiss Me. I love this one. This is
Yeah.
like, this could be an album cover from somebody in the 80s or 70s, you know, like
Or now.
Tongue Licker.
Tongue liquor.
You know, I don't know. I don't know. You know these kids and their band names.
These kids in their band. I feel like this looks a little bit like the creatures at the bottom of the sea, and it looks like a mouth. Really, really beautiful detail.
Yeah.
I mean, she's
And
just
this
really
is ink on
mastering.
paper. She's real solid with this ink. These are...
Ink on paper. Kiss Me. $50. Right here, companion, my friend.
This one is sold as well. This is called Teratoma.
Ooh, let's get it. There. Oh. Come on. Come on. Join us. Join us. Join us. Yes. Yes. There's a lot of glare, though. Let's take a look.
Just high intensity black and white drawing. Can you talk about that for a second?
I feel like Sara Wright, you know, she really has a delicacy that she brings, even if she's just using black and white, even when she's just relying on really creating her grayscales with a pure black. I mean, look at this detail right here. These claws. I thought they were eyelids at first. This intense detail within what looks like a detail. Yep. And that last one, sharp tongue. Sharp tongue. So let's go up here. I think this is our final piece of the evening. Let's get the gimbal all aligned, and let's just start walking away from this one. This is Becca DeMeyer, who we saw earlier. Everything is illuminated. Becca DeMeyer, $300. Everything is illuminated. And we were talking about how she uses these unconventional colors, how she uses these colors that often, I think they have sort of like a kooky playfulness when you look at them in the tube or in the container, but she changes the way they're perceived.
Yeah, well, they're just like one night after, they're just next to each other. It's like crazy color, crazy color, crazy color. And through look at all that.
I know, they're great colors, they're great textures. They're almost like candy when you zoom way in.
Yeah, totally.
But then when you come out, I feel like the overall feeling of this piece is something that's a bit more somber. Here we are up at the top. And those colors look a little bit brighter on the screen. As you pull away, you can kind of see how they are. Those blues at the top, they blend in more. We have that kind of candy-colored river, but to me, when I pull out, I don't think of candy at all. It's more volcanic.
And her work in Sarah's, though it wasn't planned out, it just went so good together.
I know, you've been saying that.
I
Well
love
done,
it.
pairing
I love
them.
it. Well, I'm not bragging.
Not bragging?
I'm not bragging. I'm just saying.
He's not bragging. He's
It's
not
always good
bragging.
to be around art. What else you want to be around?
Yep, that's true. I enjoy being around art. Becca DeMeyer, everything is illuminated. $300. All right.
Let's close it out with a little.
Let's close it out. Here's Shane DeLeon.
Talk
He's
about
the
it one more
proprietor.
time.
of
Here's
Kirks.
the contest we got going for you tonight. Venmo at Kirks Grocery, PayPal kirksgrocery at gmail.com. Any amount of donation, 50 cents, will get you in the drawing for this Sara Wright drawing, which we will be paying her for.
Yes, we will.
We're so happy that you hang out with us, you join us, you spend time with us. These are crazy times. We're just a local business in Billings, Montana, who loves art and is just trying to stay in business, trying to change the world.
Yeah.
Pretty much. That's our two goals. We're
Just
trying
trying
to stay in
to connect
business,
people with
change
art.
the world.
Yep.
So help us on that journey. We love you. We love hanging out with you. There is no live stream next week, but live at Kirks this week. Tomorrow night we have a maybe high school or right out of high school guy. His name's Deuce Antrim. He's playing outside tomorrow night. It's his first show. I believe he's industrial music, noise music, something like that. It's going to be loud. It's going to be abrasive. It's going to be awesome. It's going to drive the neighbors wild. We
Woo!
love it.
Sean Chandler says, great time again, my friends. Jennifer Hawk says, thank you guys.
Thank you so much for hanging out, y'all.
Yeah.
What else? I'm going to go through that. Thursday night, Poetry Jam. Get on down here. Anna Page. We're going to sit outside. We're going to be on the sidewalk. Big social distance circle. Just throwing poetry down like fillets of fish on a grill.
Boom! Putting those fillets on a grill.
Poetry fish.
Yeah.
All right. And then Friday night, we have Particularly Reniculous, our variety show led by the one and only Nicholas Rogers. You may have noticed him from a painting he did with Matthew O'Brien, way over there in the corner. Sean Chandler, Jennifer Hawk, Sandy Devarshkis, Nathan Perkins.
Oh, we got a lot of people
All
here.
those people out there in La La Land. We appreciate you paying attention. We appreciate you supporting the arts and Billings.
We
And
love
we'll
you.
See you next time.
See you next time.